I've been receiving several questions about having multi-level dependent drop-down list. That's why in today's video we are going to work on a 4-level dependent drop-down list in MS Excel. We'll be using a combination of data validation feature of MS Excel along with the XLOOKUP function to develop this 4-level dependent drop-down list. Let's begin. As you can see on my screen, we have different departments like human resources, finance, IT, marketing, and operations. And in each department we have teams. For example, in human resources we have recruitment, payroll, employee relations. In finance we have accounting and financial planning, and so on. Then for every team we have roles. For example, in the recruitment team we have HR manager and HR officer roles. In payroll team we have payroll officer, and so on. And then for each role we have different employees. For example, for HR manager we have Alice, for HR officer we have Bob Smith and Carol Davis, and so on. So now we need to have 4 drop-down lists which are dependent on each other. For example, in the first drop-down you will have the department name. Once we select the department name, then we will have team names listed according to the department name selected. And after that, when we have the team name selected, then we will select a role based on the selected team name, and after that we will select employee based on the selected role. So for having this functionality we will need the data validation feature and XLOOKUP function. So let me move on to the task sheet where we need to implement this functionality. So first of all, let me select this entire department column and then go to the data ribbon. In the data ribbon we need to select this data validation section, and in the allow section we need to select list, and in the source section we need to select all the department names. For example, we need to go to the list sheet, and inside list sheet we need to select all the departments like this. When we select all the departments and click OK, then you will have this drop-down list added to this department column, and if I click on this we will see all the departments listed here. So this is simple, and this is the first level. Let's now move on to the second level. For adding the second level functionality, what we need to see here, all the teams according to the selected department. For example, if I select human resources, we need to see only the teams related to human resources. If I select another department, for example finance, then we will need to have all the teams related to finance. Currently let's select human resources and let's add the second level of drop-down list. This will be dependent on the department. So for this we need to go to the data validation section again, and this time let's select list again, but we will not select arrange here. This time we need to add XLOOKUP function like this, equals XLOOKUP for the value that we will need to find is this human resources or this cell, but let's change the absolute path to relative path. Let me remove this $sign. We will not remove $sign from the column A because we have all the values in column A for the department. So that will be fixed. Comma, what will be the range for this? That we are looking for this A2 value. We will be looking for this A to N, this section in the department names. Once we have that will be a fixed path. Then we will add a comma, and we will need to select this entire table for the teams, because for each of the selected department we need to have all the team names listed there. Let me click OK, and now we have this drop-down list. If I click on this, we will see only the teams that are related to human resources. If I change this to, for example, operations, and then come back to this team, we will have teams related to operations only. So this functionality is added there. Now we need to copy this validation and paste it in the entire column. So I need to press Ctrl C, select this entire column, right click and go to paste special, then select validation only and click OK. So now this validation is applied to this entire column. If I select a department from here, for example let me select IT, and click here. Now we will see all the teams related to IT only. So this second level functionality is also added. Let's now move on to the role section, and this is the same thing. We just need to go to the data validation section, select list from here, add the XLOOKUP function equals XLOOKUP. This time we will be looking for this team, and this will be dependent on the team. So let's again remove the $sign from the row number, comma, select teams. So these are the teams here. We can select all the teams like this, then put a comma and select this entire roles section like this, close parentheses and click OK. This says the source currently evaluates to an error because we have not selected a team. Do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue because we have not selected a team, so it says there is an error. If I select a team, for example logistics, now if I go to role, we will see only the roles related to logistics. That's it. Copy again, select this entire column, right click, go to paste special, select validation only and click OK. That's it. We have now copied this rule to this entire column. And if I select a team from here, for example I can select IT management, then I will have the rules related to IT management, that is IT manager like this. Let's select one for this one, logistics officer. So the third level is also implemented, and it is the same thing that we implemented for the team. Now let's go to the fourth level, which is also the same thing. Just go to data validation, select list, add the XLOOKUP function, select role, remove the $sign from the row number like this, then comma, go to the lists sheet where we have all the lists, select all the roles. We are looking for that value in this roles section, comma, and whenever the value is found, it needs to return all the employee names like this. So select all the employee names range, close the parentheses, click OK, and this is also implemented. If I click on this, it will list all the employees that are related to logistics officer. If I change logistics officer to, for example, logistics manager, now if I click this drop down list, it will only list those employees which are listed for the logistics manager role in the list section here. For the logistics manager, if we see here like this one, we have Fiona Scott, and if we see this task sheet, yes, we have only Fiona Scott. That's it. So this was the 4-level dependent drop-down list that we implemented in MS Excel. Previously it was an issue for different people, but currently with the use of XLOOKUP function, this has been resolved, and there is no problem in having any level of dependent drop-down lists in MS Excel to validate your data. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave your comments in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe the channel. In the next video, we will explore XLOOKUP function, and we will work on the top 5 advanced functionalities that we can have with the use of XLOOKUP function. So stay tuned for that one as well. Thanks for watching.